Good morning. I am here on my first hike of the year on the east slopes of the Cascades. It is mid-May and I am on my way up to Hex Mountain. This is going to be a beautiful hike that's about just under 3,000 feet of gain in 7.5 miles. There is snow on the top mountain, but it is starting to melt out, and also in for some beautiful wildflowers. Starts out on the road walk, but that'll change soon enough. Not a bad view to start the trail off with. One thing I will say about the trail so far is it's on a Forest Service like maintenance road type thing where they're starting to put up private property. So it's a bit of a maze, so you definitely need a good map and navigation. Not the prettiest like trail so far, but the views, as you can see behind me, are not too bad, and they're only going to get better as I keep climbing. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with this start. Since I am on the east side, spring comes a little bit earlier on this side, and so the wildflowers are blooming, and these meadows that I'm walking through, they smell amazing. Oh my gosh. That's one thing I wish there was like a way to convey to people, is just the way the mountains smell. And oh my gosh, with these pine forests, it smells amazing. But yeah, wildflowers. Usually it's not wildflower season in the mountains until like June, sometimes July, on the west side. So this is just a special treat for me. So this hump here, that is the ridge that I have to gain. So once I get up on top of that, I'll basically just be following the ridge straight to the summit. So once I get up on top of that, the views are going to really start to open up. Looks like just 500 feet more climbing or so before we get that. Hey, little guy. What you doing? Oh, you're super cute. You're hanging your little butt off the twig there. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make the comment about your butt. I'll be on my way. So here is the top almost of that knoll where you get this amazing view of the mountains behind me and Cleellum Lake. This is opening up into a gorgeous hike. Oh my gosh. But now, after this road walk, I'm gonna start almost up on the ridge. So after this, you know, just kind of keep taking this, and then we'll finally get a look at the summit, hopefully. But wow, this is already a fantastic view. Okay, so I'm climbing up the ridge and I hear this weird sound. It's like a low humming, thrumming sound. And at first I thought it was like maybe it's a bear snurfling around, so I threw out some hay bears, but I see it. It is a male grouse, I think, doing a mating call. I'll see if I can show him on camera, or maybe the audio will come out. It's so low. But he's out on this rocky outcropping just doing this. So if you see these rocks here, he's right there. Oh my God, that was probably the coolest thing I've seen. Or, oh my gosh, that's one of the coolest wildlife experiences I think I've had. Wow, I hope that footage came out. That sound he's making is so freaky too. as I'm sure you can hear and see, it has gotten quite windy, but I am doing the final steep approach to the summit. I am within a quarter mile, so I do feel a little silly having more gators. All my beta told me there was going to be a lot more snow up here, but it seems most of it has melted out over the last week and a half or so. But oh my gosh, the view at the top is going to be amazing, but gotta push for the summit now. So the trail came up this ridge, up along here, and then I believe this is the summit. So the trail's gonna follow the ridge, and then the summit's up there. So, you can see it. Almost done with the hardest part. Last approach, the final approach up to the summit is supposed to be pretty steep, but I can see it, so all good. Well, as you can see, I found the snow, and I am looking at the very final approach to the summit. Like, it is just, I don't know, 500 feet or so in front of me, and it looks steep. The snow isn't too bad though. It's really compact and easy footing, but oh boy, this is gonna be a steep final ascent. The summit of Hex Mountain. Oh my gosh, this is a really beautiful summit. The 360 views are absolutely incredible. The final ascent to get up here is probably the steepest part. You basically come down from there and you just come straight up this, but you know, you're almost there, so it doesn't really matter. But this is such a beautiful summit. Oh my gosh. Here, I'll show you the 360. All right, so this white mountain here that you see, that I believe that's Mount Daniel. I'll have to double check. I'm not as familiar with pointing out mountains on this side of the pass. This point over here, I believe, is Caleton. And then coming around over here, we're looking further east. One of these, Mount Stewart, is somewhere in there. This might be Mount Stewart. Once again, I will have to double check all of this. And then this is coming down the ridge, following off the summit and looking further down, like the corridor that way, further east. And then this lake down here is Cleellum Lake. And this peak here, further up the ridge, that's Sass Mountain, Sass or Sass. And then, of course, Mount Rainier there, looking really cool, peeking up above the clouds. Oh my gosh, I love an open summit. This is so cool, and I have it all to myself. As you can hear, it's, you know, still windy, but I don't care. This is gorgeous. Oh, it's and also the summit is almost 5,000 feet, so I'm almost at 5,000 feet here, and minimal snow, which is why I really was excited to do this on this side of the mountains, because I certainly can't climb up to 5,000 feet on the other side without getting into a little bit more trouble. Really can't beat this view for a snack spot. Oh, so pretty. It's also so cool how like this is so different from the mountains just like, you know, 20 miles west of here. All these mountains on the east side are just like so much more open. The trees are different. It's really fun to come out here. Coming off of I just came off of the summit, and I'm on my way back down. I should be off the snow very soon because there really was nowhere near as much snow as I was expecting for there to be, which is good, except for the fact that I carried more snow gear than I needed. But heading back down, it should be a beautiful descent. I'll show off more of the views going back down. Hopefully see some more birds, but it's a good one. I am on my last quarter mile coming down from Hex Mountain, and wow, this is a really cool mountain and a really cool trail. It's a real treat for me to get to be on this side of the mountains because it just feels so different. It's so much more open, completely different trees, completely different plants. It's really cool, like how you come over Snoqualmie Pass and it's like it's a completely different state, you know, but it's still Washington. And that's a really fun treat for me because I usually don't get out onto this side of the mountains as often as I would like to. But I'm planning to do more of that, so stay tuned. But the first half of this is the road walk on like maintenance roads and stuff, but it's really pretty and there are really pretty views along the way. So, and also that's where all the wildflowers were. So I'll identify the wildflowers that I showed. I definitely did not recognize some of those. Some of those were new for me. And then the top part, once you get on the ridge, the climb is pretty difficult for some portions. But overall, it's a really easy trail and such a cool summit, like the exposed rocky top. I love that. I love a nice defined summit with just those beautiful views of just mountains I usually don't get to see. And yeah, just an absolute treat. Highly recommend Hex Mountain, but I would put one caveat on that, and that would be being the upper portion of the trail. So once you get off the roads and onto the trail, it's definitely not as popular, and so it's a little bit harder to navigate. So I feel like some kind of navigation GPS is mandatory to do this trail, because I got turned around a couple of times on the snow. Like I would, you know, take some steps and think I was going the right way, and I was not. And the only reason I got back on trails because I had GPS. So I would say that this is a really good one, really easy trail, beautiful mountain summit, but definitely bring your GPS. But yeah, this was definitely a really fun treat for me. Hex Mountain was fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Here are my favorite pictures from the trail today. Enjoy.